I'm going to talk some more about the knitted loops. I did a previous video. Uh, we're going to start by putting one on. See, there's the loop. Twist it, twist it, twist it. That's one. Now I'm going to put the second one on, exact same way. Try not to get those in there. Now, once you have two on there, you never want to have more than two loops on. I'm going to take the oldest one. That was the blue was the first one I put on. Lift it up over like that. Now I have one, the red, on my fingers. Now it's time to put another one on. And whoops, I missed that. See how that doesn't have a cross in the middle between there? So I've got to make sure that I do that. With the red one, that's the oldest. And gradually you will have a chain of knitted loops coming down the back of your hand. There's not much there yet. So eventually you'll end up with something that looks like this. And this can be put on your hands. If you take it off, you have to go somewhere, you face it like the smooth side here should be to the back of your hand. So I can put these loops, these 4 loops back on. The yellow is the latest one. Put the first finger in. Put the next one back on. Well, and the third one. I'm having trouble because I'm trying to film myself and talk and do at the same time. There we go. Now they're all back on. So I can go back to knitting them. And the smooth side is what's against the back of my hand here. And now I'm back to, I can continue onwards, adding more and more loops. And continue making this chain longer because I left it live on the end for the demonstration today and to show you how you could restart it. Now, if I want to finish this piece, the quickest and easiest way is to take each one of these off, take another loop, and put it in each one of these, like that. Only this time, pull it off your finger. Put it in that one. And by doing that, you now have those loops on, those last yellow ones are now on this red one, and this red one can be tied off into a knot. It can also be attached to the other end over here. If, say, you wanted to make a headband or a belt, something where you wanted to join the ring, you can actually use this red tie here to tie it to the other end. I'm not going to do that right now. Instead, I'm going to show you one other thing you can do with these, which is you can take a piece of string and start with it like this and start twirling, start with a small circle, and I'm going to anchor it down here. And actually, I'm using a fairly small strand, but probably you could use any width, and you want to tie it off into a knot so that it won't keep pulling through. Now this would be sewing skills, whereas the finger knitting loops could be started as probably easily as age 5. Something where if you're sewing, that would be a little bit older child skill typically. So now I'm just going to take that and use an overcast stitch. The trickiest part is actually you want to kind of go between those loops, not to try to go through the material of the loops. I'm using a yarn needle, so it doesn't, if you were using a regular needle, you could actually go through them, but because I'm using that. So you're just going to go across and stitch all of those seams like this, using an overhand. And because I'm doing that gradually, I could actually create coasters, little rug, dollhouse rug, and so forth by sewing this cording into a string like that. If you had something solid colored, you could actually do like embroidered little eyes, make like a snake for under the door. And that's it. Thank you.